In this video, we're going to be discussing defined terms. So you can see I have my notes set up to reflect the Cornell Notes style. And we're going to go ahead and jump in and discuss what defined terms are. So in geometry, terms that are described using known words, such as point, line, or plane, are called defined terms. I want to make sure I make note of this key term over in that left column. And now that we've done that, we're going to go ahead and explore what our defined terms are. Before we get started, I want to point out the fact that we already know about lines. So I've drawn a line here, and the next two terms I'm going to talk about are pulled from a line, okay? So that's how we are using an undefined term, a line, to create a defined term. All right, so the first one we're going to talk about is a segment, which is a portion of a line. Okay, so here we have a segment, all right, and that segment has, or we have a line AB, all right, and then that line has the points A and B on it. A segment consists of two endpoints and all the points in between them. So if I focus on the 2 points A and B, and I treat them as endpoints, so I'm going to highlight the section between A and B. Okay, and I'm going to redraw that portion. So I'm going to have A, oops, I'm going to have A and B over here. And then I'm going to have every point that is in between A and B. All right, and I could start drawing those as a series of points, but typically when we have that, we just draw the line. That is all of them connected together. That connects A and B. All right, so here A and B would be my two endpoints, and the segment is every point in between. To label a segment is very similar to when we label a line, except we're not going to have the two arrowheads, and we're going to use the two endpoints to specifically name its beginning and end. With a segment, you can do your endpoints left to right, right to left, up to down, down to up, right? It means the same thing. So AB is the same thing as BA. Now we're going to focus on what happens if we have just one endpoint. Okay, if we take just one endpoint, we create a ray. You can kind of think of the sun, because the sun emits rays that extend in one direction from it. Okay. So if we take one endpoint and then we draw every endpoint that lies to one side, we make a ray. So a ray has one endpoint. This time I'm going to choose my endpoint to be B. I'm going to choose B to be my endpoint. So I'm going to redraw that here. All right, and then I'm recreating all of the points that go through the side that also includes point A. I'm going to go ahead and label that. Okay, to label a ray, we show that there's one arrowhead. You need to put your endpoint first. That shows where the ray begins. Okay? Ray AB does not work. This is not okay. It does not represent what we see. That is an entirely different ray. If a point C lies between A and B, going back to that original picture up there of A and B, then CA and CB are opposite rays. And let me use the proper symbolage here and here. So let me draw a picture of what this would look like. If I have my original line, AB, and I did rotate it so that it's in a different direction. But if I have this line, AB, and I put another dot in between them, we'll call it C. what I have are two rays extending in opposite directions. I have this CA, which extends to the left, and CB, which extends to the right. That is our example of opposite rays. All right, that concludes this video.